Hey, what is up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. Do I have something awesome to show you all today? That which is a new trailer for an upcoming film that surrounds and will be diving down deep into the mystery surrounding what some have said is the most paranormal location on planet Earth, and many of you will know as Skinwalker Ranch. And before we go any further, you guys check out this trailer that we are exclusively featuring here on Secure Team, courtesy of the Orchard Films, as well as the film creator, Jeremy Corbell.
The global public is not ready to have global confirmation of this. A lot of disturbing things will occur. It's just too powerful.
Skinwalker Ranch. This is like the Area 51 of the paranormal.
It was not a single phenomenon. There were a host of things that happened.
Have there been experiences there that have shaken the Pentagon and CIA and other agencies? Absolutely.
Nobody knows what we're dealing with. That's the bottom line. Nobody knows.
This is 30 or 40 hours of material that the public has never seen before.
They saw this humanoid creature crawling through this tunnel, hovering 4 feet above the ground. Something forced 4 2,000-pound bulls to cram themselves into this trailer without opening this door. It's completely impossible.
I've seen things that I can't explain.
This was one of the most surprising things that we recorded right after I purchased the ranch.
Is it real?
Oh yes, I believe it is.
Something is here.
These are real, tangible, physical events. This is game-changing.
It's one thing to be reading about UFOs or other realities or interdimensionals. It's another thing to be staring at it right in the face.
Oh God.
So how was that? One of the most amazing teasers surrounding a phenomenon and location that will truly give you goosebumps the more you learn about it. So before we go any further, again, this is a new upcoming film by filmmaker Jeremy Corbell, and he is a rising star known for his films tackling the strange, the mysterious. He recently had a film called Patient 17, which you can find on Amazon and things of that nature, talking about the implants that have been found in people throughout the years. Very interesting film. And so Mr. Corbell, along with just a star-studded cast, just to mention a few of them, George Knapp, Robert Bigelow, which, by the way, this is the only film that Robert Bigelow has ever interviewed for, and a number of other people. And so this film is actually based upon the best-selling book by George Knapp and Dr. Colm Kelleher called Hunt for the Skinwalker, which investigates the confidential and most extensive scientific study of a paranormal hotspot in human history. Skinwalker Ranch in Utah is famous throughout the world because of the myriad of frightening, seemingly supernatural events that have been reported in the scenic basin surrounding the property for hundreds of years. There was even an exhaustive, multidisciplinary scientific study that began in 1996 that was spearheaded by the enigmatic Las Vegas billionaire Robert Bigelow, where a team of PhD-level investigators were deployed to collect evidence and spent more than a decade on the ground interviewing witnesses, searching for explanations, and directly confronting an unknown intelligence. And so the name Skinwalker is actually taken from a Native American legend of these creatures that they called skinwalkers that would many times appear as a wolf, but would actually be, a creature just mimicking said wolf. And so the original claims about this ranch first appeared in the Salt Lake City, Utah Desert News, after claims from the family who had recently purchased and occupied the property came out described as an inexplicable amount of frightening events, ranging from UFO sightings, Bigfoot-like creatures, again, wolves, and other local wildlife that were, in fact, actually potentially aliens, possibly, crop circles, glowing orbs again, and all sorts of poltergeist-like activity. I mean, this place is so out there. There was even a government-funded but confidential study that was initiated by the Defense Intelligence Agency that was designed to determine if this phenomena at the ranch might have national security implications or could point to technological breakthroughs. And so the shroud of mystery hanging above this ranch, which has always fascinated us, and I'm sure many of you, has likewise fascinated director Jeremy Corbell for years. And he finally journeyed to the property to interview eyewitnesses, including the new owner of the ranch, and uncover rare, previously unreleased recordings. And so that is what you're going to see in this upcoming film, due to be released later this year in September. And we are actually going to be doing an exclusive interview with Mr. Corbell here on the channel before the film's released, so look out for that. I'll definitely post updates as to when that's coming. But this truly does look like an amazing film. I mean, if the film is anything like the trailer here, I think we're definitely in for a treat. Kudos to Jeremy for putting this together, and I am truly on pins and needles wanting to see more. There's just so much about this ranch that, put simply, defies logic. And, this goes back hundreds of years. Now, it was first really kind of documented back in the 1950s. But as the years went on, people and those who owned the ranch or lived near it described what they saw. From, the UFO sightings, just the strange phenomena, lights in the sky, to 1994, when the ranch became well known, when Terry and Gwen Sherman and their children purchased the property, only to be driven from the home after around 2 years of increasing, terrifying paranormal events. Just to name a few, there was one instance when the family saw their field light up as if it were lit by, quote, football stadium lights. When the family first moved in, they found deadbolts on the doors and the windows that puzzled them. And some of the doors and the windows had deadbolts on both the inside and the outside. And they also found large chains outside that looked like they may be for the purpose of restraining something. A heavy animal, perhaps. And while living on the ranch, they experienced cattle going missing, crop circles, hearing voices calling from nowhere, inanimate objects moving before their eyes, strange animals, UFOs, and it got to the point where within 2 years, the family lost 20% of their herd of cattle, and finally in 1996 vacated the premises fast, where it was then later purchased by Robert Bigelow, the billionaire, who then made it the home of a paranormal research group, followed by this secret government program that took it over for further investigation. And there was even a 2013 film created by the same name that was loosely based on accounts of the activities that happened there. And that film, Skinwalker Ranch, is terrifying. Fictional, yes, but still terrifying, and I highly suggest if you haven't seen it, check it out. 2013 Skinwalker Ranch. And so, yeah, this is where we're at, guys. The mystery continues. What we do know is that in 2016, the ranch was sold for about $4.5 million to an unknown shell corporation. And afterwards, it said that a public road that had gone through the property was closed and that the road was now guarded. And so with that, all I have to say is, again, awesome trailer. It's called The Hunt for the Skinwalker, one of the most mysterious places in Utah, dare I say the world. You guys stay tuned for updates as to when the film is coming out, interviews with the director and creator of the film, and if any of you guys have your own strange stories about this ranch, if you perhaps live in Utah, if you've ever journeyed to it and you have something you'd like to say, don't hesitate to email me or put it down in the comments. We'd love to hear it. So with that, I want to thank you guys for stopping by today. Be sure to stay tuned, subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Twitter, where I always post updates as to when new videos are coming, and I will see you guys back with much more in just a bit.